Have you ever woken up in the morning and thought, why do I feel tired already? You reach for your coffee like always. It used to wake you up, give you a spark. Now it's just a warm cup. And the same heaviness in your legs. Your hands feel weak, the stairs look like a mountain, and walking to the mailbox feels like a chore. My name is Dr. Mikhail. I'm 91 years old. And I'll tell you the truth, no one talks about getting older doesn't take your strength. It just hides it. I've seen it in my patients, my friends, even in myself. We don't lose our energy because of age alone. We lose it because no one ever taught us how to keep it. And it starts in the most unexpected place, your morning coffee. One morning, I stood in front of my bathroom mirror and thought, is this it? Is this how it ends, slowly getting weaker every day? But something inside me said no, not yet. Not while I still had 5 minutes and a cup of coffee. That was the day everything changed. Because I discovered that what you put into your coffee can either drain your body or rebuild it. And that's what this video is about. Not pills, not gimmicks. 8 natural ingredients you can stir into your coffee to help restore muscle ease, joint pain, and bring back the lightness in your step even after 60. And the ingredient I reveal at the very end, it's something that shocked even the doctors. It reduced inflammation in seniors by 40% in just 1 month. Stay with me until the end. This could change the way you drink your coffee and how you live every morning after. We've been told a lie. They say you're getting old, of course your body gets weaker, but that's not the real reason. What if I told you it's not age? It's what your body is missing. After 60, your body begins to lose something vital, not because it's broken, but because no one gave it the support it needs. And the first thing to go, your muscles. Research shows we lose up to 8% of our muscle mass every decade after 60. And it's not just about strength, it's about mobility, balance, and freedom. Less muscle means you get tired faster. Walking feels heavier. You start tripping more often. One fall, and suddenly you're in a hospital bed wondering if you'll ever walk the same again. That's the quiet tragedy of aging, not the wrinkles, not even the blood pressure. It's the slow loss of your body's ability to carry you. But here's the good news. Your body is not done. It's just waiting for the signal, the right nutrients, the right timing. And that signal can start with one simple change in your morning cup. This isn't about buying expensive supplements or going to the gym. It's about working with your body, not against it, using natural ingredients that have been shown to support muscle recovery, reduce inflammation, improve circulation, rebuild strength. And when combined correctly, they create a ripple effect. Better movement, better energy, and yes, even better mood. In part 3, I'll show you each of these ingredients one by one. Not just what they are, but why they work and how to use them right in your kitchen. Ready to begin. Ingredient number 8, cinnamon, the hidden ally for muscle energy. I used to think cinnamon was just for pies and cookies, a little sprinkle on oatmeal maybe. But at 67, I learned something that changed my mornings forever. See, after you turn 60, something quiet and dangerous starts happening in your body. Your blood sugar begins to misbehave. It rises too fast after meals, then crashes even faster. You don't notice it. At first, maybe just a little afternoon fatigue. But over time, that roller coaster begins to eat away at your muscles, literally. Because when your sugar crashes, your muscles lose fuel. They weaken. They shrink. They give out. That's what happened to me. I was falling asleep after lunch. My legs felt heavier every week. Walking to the mailbox, I'd need to sit down after. I chalked it up to age until my wife said something so simple, I almost laughed. Why don't you just try adding cinnamon to your coffee? At first, I waved her off. Cinnamon. That's not medicine. That's for toast. But she insisted. So the next morning, I stirred half a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon into my coffee. No sugar, just coffee and spice. And I kept doing it, day after day. 2 weeks later, something happened. I stopped nodding off after meals. My legs didn't feel like bricks. Stairs, not easy, but manageable again. And when I went to the doctor, he smiled. Your blood sugar's down a point. Whatever you're doing, keep going. That's when it hit me. This wasn't just a spice, it was fuel, protection, support, not from a pharmacy, from my kitchen. How to use just 1-2 teaspoons of Ceylon cinnamon into your hot black coffee each morning. No sugar, no creamer, just the real thing. Ceylon cinnamon is gentler and more effective than the regular grocery kind cassia, and the taste earthy, comforting, warm like strength in a cup. Ingredient number 7, cocoa, a childhood flavor with grown-up power. There's something warm and nostalgic about cocoa. It reminds me of snow days, thick socks, and my mother's kitchen. But I never imagined it would help me walk better at 72. You see, I love my morning coffee. It was the one thing I never gave up. But as I got older, something started to change. My legs felt full, heavy, like I was dragging sandbags instead of walking. A short walk around the block left me breathless. I thought, is this just aging? Is this the beginning of the end? Then one day, my grandson, a young fitness trainer, saw me rub my knees and said, "Grandma, you ever tried adding cocoa to your coffee?" I chuckled. "Cocoa like hot chocolate?" "No," he said. "The real kind. Unsweetened cocoa powder. It's full of flavanols. They help your blood flow better. Blood flow means your muscles get the oxygen they need." I didn't really understand the science, but I trusted him. So I tried it. 1 teaspoon of natural unsweetened cocoa powder in my morning coffee. No sugar, no cream. Just stirred it in and sipped. Within 2 weeks, I felt it. Walking was easier. My legs didn't ache like before. Even my blood pressure, always slightly high, dropped into the normal range. I told my doctor, and he raised an eyebrow. "What medication did you start?" "Just cocoa in my coffee." I smiled. It wasn't a miracle. It was circulation. Flavanols in cocoa open up blood vessels, letting oxygen feed your muscles. And when your muscles get what they need, they don't scream in pain. They move. They carry you. They support you. How to use 1 teaspoon of unsweetened natural cocoa powder in hot black coffee. Stir well. It gives a deep, rich flavor like a hug for your insides. Avoid sugary or processed cocoa mixes. They cancel out the benefits. Ingredient: Torture 6 MCT or coconut oil. Energy that doesn't crash. For most of my life, coffee was my ritual. Wake up, brew a cup, sip in silence before the world begins. But after turning 70, something strange happened. Coffee stopped working. Oh, it still tasted good. But the energy, it would vanish in an hour. By 10 a.m. I felt foggy. By 11, my stomach growled. I'd reach for something sweet, a muffin, a cookie just to make it through. And then came the crash. The kind that makes your hands shaky, your mind slow, your muscles tired. It felt like my body was running on cheap fuel, quick to burn, quick to die. Then I read something that caught my eye. In Japan and Southeast Asia, older adults add MCT or coconut oil to their morning coffee for long, steady energy. It sounded strange. Fat in coffee. But I was desperate to feel stable again to stop the roller coaster. So I tried it. The next morning, I stirred 1 teaspoon of MCT oil into my hot black coffee, blended it until it turned creamy like a latte. It tasted different, rich, smooth, comforting. But what shocked me was how I felt. No crash, no mid-morning hunger, no fog. My brain stayed sharp until lunch. My muscles didn't beg for rest. I went for a walk at 5 p.m. and felt like I could keep going. That 1 spoon of healthy fat became my secret weapon. Because MCT's medium-chain triglycerides turn into ketones, a clean fuel for your brain and body. They don't spike your sugar. They don't leave you crashing. They just keep you steady, strong, focused. How to use: add 1 teaspoon of MCT oil or virgin coconut oil to hot coffee. Blend it with a small blender or whisk for a creamy texture. Daily is key. Let your body adapt. And feel the shift, not just in your energy but in your confidence. Ingredient: BER5 milk or soy milk. The morning muscle signal. I used to drink my coffee black. No sugar, no cream, nothing fancy. It made me feel strong, disciplined, like I was doing something right for my health. But then came the stairs. One day I realized I was grabbing the rail harder. My grocery bags felt heavier. And lifting the laundry, my arms would shake. I told myself, it's just age. Happens to everyone. But my daughter, a nurse, looked me in the eye and said, "No, Mom, it's not age. It's your muscles asking for help. Add some soy milk to your coffee," she said. "You need protein in the morning. Your body's not absorbing it like it used to." At first I hesitated. I'd spent years avoiding calories in my coffee. But then she explained something I'll never forget. After 60, your body becomes resistant to protein. You need more, not less, just to get the same effect as when you were 30. No protein in the morning? No signal to your muscles to rebuild. And muscles that aren't fed shrink, disappear. So I gave it a try. Half a cup of unsweetened soy milk in my morning coffee. It tasted mild, a little nutty, not bad at all. And every cup gave me 4 to 6 grams of protein right when my body needed it most. Within a few weeks, I noticed the difference. I could carry my groceries again. Climbing stairs didn't leave me breathless. Even my doctor noticed I'd gained a bit of lean muscle, all from changing what I added to my coffee. How to use: add 1-2 cup of milk or soy milk unsweetened to your hot coffee. It blends smoothly, adds protein, and supports bones and muscles. If you're lactose sensitive, choose lactose-free or plant-based options like oat, almond, or soy milk. This isn't about weight, it's about strength. Ingredient number 4: collagen, the invisible thread holding you together. When I was younger, I never thought twice about kneeling in the garden. Squatting, bending, reaching my body just moved. But around 70, I started hearing new sounds: cracking knees, creaking hips, stiffness every morning. I'd wake up and feel like I'd slept on concrete. Even a short walk would leave my back sore. I thought I'm just getting old. But one afternoon, my neighbor, a retired physical therapist, asked me a simple question. "Are you taking collagen?" "Collagen," I said. "Isn't that for skin creams?" He smiled. "No. Collagen is what holds your body together. It's the glue in your joints, muscles, ligaments, and bones. After 60, your body stops making enough. That's why everything starts to hurt." I was stunned. No one had told me this. So I tried what he recommended: 1 scoop of collagen powder in my morning coffee. No taste. No smell. Just stirred it into hot coffee, let it dissolve. Within a month, I noticed something. The stiffness faded. My knees stopped complaining after walks. Even gardening, my favorite pastime, became enjoyable again. I told my wife I feel oiled, like my joints are gliding again. And it wasn't in my head. Collagen is made of amino acids that rebuild cartilage, strengthen tendons, and protect bones. It's not hype. It's structural support from the inside out. How to use: add 1 scoop, about 10 grams of unflavored collagen powder, to hot coffee. It dissolves fully, no taste, no texture. Do it daily. Collagen works over time like patching holes in an old roof. And your body, it'll feel the repair. Ingredient number 3: whey protein, the morning wake-up call for muscles. I always thought I was eating enough. A little chicken here, some eggs there, maybe cottage cheese now and then. I wasn't trying to become a bodybuilder. I just wanted to keep moving, stay independent. But around 68, I noticed the change. I couldn't carry laundry up the stairs without resting. My arms felt soft, my balance shakier. Even getting out of the car became a slow operation. I went to the doctor. He looked at my lab results and said something that stuck with me. "Your muscles aren't gone. They're just not being told to grow." "Told to grow?" I asked. "Yes. At your age, your body becomes anabolically resistant. That means your muscles won't respond unless you give them a loud, clear signal, usually more protein than you think." That same day, my son brought me a small tub of unflavored whey protein. "Just try 1 scoop in your coffee each morning," he said. "It'll help wake up your muscles." So I did. Blended 1 scoop, about 20 grams, into my hot coffee. No sugar, no artificial flavors, just warm, creamy, and surprisingly smooth. 6 weeks later, I was climbing stairs without stopping, lifting grocery bags again. Even my posture improved. At my next checkup, the doctor looked surprised. "You've gained lean muscle mass. That's rare for your age. What changed?" "Just my coffee," I smiled. It wasn't magic. It was leucine, an amino acid in whey protein that activates muscle growth like a switch. Your body needs that switch flipped every morning after 60, or it starts breaking down instead of building up. How to use: add 1 scoop, about 20 grams of unflavored whey protein, isolate to hot coffee. Blend with a hand mixer or whisk for a creamy, nourishing drink. It fuels muscle recovery and supports strength throughout the day. No gym required, just the right signal. Ingredient number 2: ground chia seeds, the tiny seeds that quietly rebuild you. They looked like bird food. That's what I thought the first time I saw chia seeds in my daughter's pantry. Little black dots, no smell, no taste. "What do you even do with these?" I asked. "You add them to your coffee," she said. "They help your joints, muscles, digestion, even your brain." I laughed. I need a cane, not a sprinkle of seeds. But then she showed me something I couldn't ignore. After 60, most people eat half the fiber and omega-3s their bodies actually need. And that shortage leads to more than just constipation. It leads to fatigue, bloating, aching joints, and even memory fog. That hit me hard. Because I was bloated, I was tired, I was forgetting small things. And my morning walks, they'd become a slow shuffle. So I gave it a try. She ground up the chia seeds in a small coffee grinder, not whole but powdered. "They absorb better this way," she said. We stirred 1 teaspoon into my morning coffee. The texture was smooth, a little nutty, not bad at all. And after 2 weeks, I felt lighter. Not just in weight, but in motion. My digestion improved, my stomach flattened, and my joints, my stiff old knees started to feel oiled. I told my doctor, I feel like something inside me got unclogged. He smiled. That's the fiber and omega-3s doing their work. Those tiny seeds they were quietly fueling my body with. Plant-based protein, anti-inflammatory omega-3s, digestive fiber, and powerful antioxidants, all from 1 teaspoon every morning. How to use: grind 1 to 2 teaspoons of chia seeds in a coffee grinder or blender. Add the powder to your hot coffee and stir. It creates a creamy, nutty drink, no lumps, no grit. Never use whole seeds, your body can't absorb them fully. This one habit changed how I feel inside and out. Ingredient number 1, turmeric, plus black pepper. The morning shield against inflammation. Pain became a normal part of my day. Not sharp pain, but a slow, heavy ache. In my knees, in my hips, in my fingers when I grip the coffee mug. I used to joke, if it doesn't hurt, it must not be mine. But the truth is, it wore me down. And then I read something that stopped me cold. After 60, chronic inflammation is the hidden enemy behind joint pain, muscle loss, and even memory decline. Not aging, not wear and tear, inflammation the quiet thief that steals your mobility, clarity, and strength. That's when I discovered turmeric, a golden spice I'd only used in rice, never thought of it as medicine. But it turns out the active compound in turmeric, curcumin, is one of the most powerful natural anti-inflammatories known. It protects your joints, your brain, your heart. But here's the catch. Your body can't absorb it unless it's combined with black pepper. The pepper contains piperine, which boosts curcumin absorption by 2000%. So I tried it. Half a teaspoon of turmeric plus a pinch of black pepper in my morning coffee. Stirred it in while the coffee was still hot. The color turned golden. The taste earthy, a little spicy but comforting. And in just a few weeks, the changes were undeniable. My knees stopped groaning. My morning stiffness melted away. Even my focus sharpened like fog lifting off a lake. I knelt in my garden again for the first time in years. No wince, no wobble. Just me, dirt, and joy. How to use: add 1-2 teaspoons of turmeric, say plus a pinch of ground black pepper to your hot coffee. Stir or blend. The flavor is mild, the benefits enormous. Consistency is key. Drink it daily like armor for your aging body. Because inflammation isn't just pain, it's decline. And turmeric is your daily resistance. Every morning I start with 5 quiet minutes. Just me, my kitchen, and a warm cup of coffee. But this isn't the same coffee I drank in my 50s, bitter black and rushed. No, this is my healing ritual, my medicine in a mug. While the coffee is still hot, I gently stir in a half teaspoon of turmeric and a pinch of black pepper to calm the quiet inflammation that builds with age. Next, I add a teaspoon of cocoa powder, deep and earthy, to help my blood flow freely and feed my muscles. Then comes a teaspoon of coconut oil, smooth and creamy, to give me energy that lasts without the crash. A splash of soy milk follows, soft and nutty, bringing the protein my aging muscles need but no longer ask for. I add a scoop of collagen powder, invisible but powerful, to repair the joints that carry me through the day. And sometimes when I feel a little weaker, I'll include a scoop of whey protein too, just to nudge my body and say, let's build today. Before the final stir, I sprinkle in some Ceylon cinnamon for balance to steady my blood sugar and quiet the afternoon crashes. And last but not least, a teaspoon of ground chia seeds, tiny silent workers rich in omega-3s and fiber, helping everything move a little smoother. I sit down, wrap my hands around the warm cup and sip slowly. It's not just coffee anymore. It's strength, balance, and clarity in a cup. And from there my day begins. Lunch is simple but mindful: a piece of fish or eggs, some soft vegetables, maybe a handful of lentils or beans. Nothing heavy, just enough to keep the engine running. If I feel tired after I sip on green tea with lemon and ginger, it soothes me and helps my body digest with ease. Evening is quiet. Dinner is light: a bowl of soup, soft grains, maybe half an avocado if I'm hungry. I stretch a little my back, my shoulders, my hips. Nothing too hard, just enough to tell my body, you still move. You still matter. And before bed, if the night feels cold or my joints ache, I warm some milk with turmeric and cinnamon, a golden hug in a cup. It's not complicated. No diets, no pills, no punishments. Just a rhythm, a flow, a way of living that gives more than it takes. And it all begins with 5 minutes in the morning. One simple cup and a body that slowly starts to believe in itself again. Let me tell you something. I wish someone told me earlier. Getting older doesn't mean you have to give up on feeling good. Yes, the body slows down. Yes, things creak and ache. But the story doesn't end there, not if you don't want it to. Because every single day you have a choice. You can pour your usual cup of coffee, drink it quickly, and accept the stiffness, the weakness, the forgetfulness that follows. Or you can take 5 quiet minutes, stir in just a few simple ingredients, and give your body exactly what it's been asking for, gently, patiently, and with love. This is not a miracle. It's not a cure. But it is a shift from decline to recovery, from surviving to strengthening. I'm 91, and every morning I still wake up and think, today I can get a little stronger than yesterday. It doesn't take a gym, it doesn't take money, it takes a cup of coffee, a spoonful of care, and a choice. Start with just one ingredient. Try it for a week. Feel the difference. Write it down. Watch your body respond. And if you already feel it, if something inside you whispered, yes, this is for me, then write in the comments, I started. I read every word. I truly do. And if this video gave you hope, even just a little, click like, subscribe, hit the bell. Because this channel is not for people who want to be young again. It's for people who want to live fully, just as they are strong, wise, and worthy. Remember, your coffee can be a step toward weakness or a step back to yourself. The choice is always yours, and it begins tomorrow morning.